Welcome back. Previously, we were discussing about central tendencies, and under that, we have dealt in detail the meaning of arithmetic mean, various cases that comes under arithmetic mean, and some of the application level questions. And after that, we have dealt with median and we have dealt in detail the theoretical aspect of median. Today, let us discuss some of the application level cases that comes under the head median. Next case, we were dealing with median and we have discussed in detail the meaning of median. Median is a positional average. Why it is called the positional average is that because in a quantitative distribution or a numerical distribution of certain numerical values or numbers, you are trying to find the value that is in the middle of that series or the median. That is why the term median came. So that is the concept of median. So we have discussed three different cases: individual series, discrete series and continuous series, and I hope you all guys know what is the meaning of individual series, discrete series as well as continuous series. So let us discuss the cases. First one, find the median of the value. A certain number of numbers is given. From the initial analysis, we can say that it comes under the first category, that is individual series. And remember the concept regarding the individual series. If you are dealing with an individual series, first of all, you need to arrange the numbers or the numerical expressions given in the case in any of the order. Any of the order means either ascending order or descending order, but you have to choose one of the order. And I personally prefer try to use ascending order. Ascending order means from smaller value to bigger value. In that flow, it will be much better. So, if you go through the question, you can see that it is not in an order. So, first of all, you need to arrange it in an order. And the equation for finding the median in the individual series is n plus 1 by 2. So, let us arrange the numbers in order. So, it can be arranged in the ascending order beginning with 10, 11, 15, 17, 20, 21, 32, 33, 35 and 41. And we know the equation for median n plus 1 by 2. N means number of items in the series. If you count, you will get number of items as 11. 11 plus 1 divided by 2 means 12 by 2. So, you will get 6. Remember, 6 is not the answer. 6 means 6th position within the series. So, you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the 6th position is 21. So, the median of the given series is 21. This is how you have to find out the median if it is a case of an individual series. So, let us try some other case. Next one, find the median age of the following students. SI number means serial number is given 1 to 8. It may be 8 students. And the age of 8 students is given. And I hope you remember the similar scenario in case of a mean. We learned that whatever mean or median, there are three types of categories: individual series, discrete series and continuous series. Individual series, we know that the name suggests there is only one set of numbers. But in case of discrete series, you will be getting or dealing with two sets of number. Two sets of number means one is x, other is f, and you know the meaning of x and f. X means whatever the subject or the event which you are studying. It may be the age, it may be the marks, it may be the temperature, whatever the situation may be. X represent the name or the event. Whereas f represents the number of occurrence or repetitions of that particular event. Remember that rule, the meaning of x and f. So, here find the median age of the following marker. Two sets of details are given. So, when two sets of details are given in the first glimpse, you may think that it may be comes under discrete series, because it won't come under continuous series. Continuous series always given in x will be given as 0 to 10, 10 to 20. A class will be given. Since it is not class is given, you might think that it may be in individual series or a discrete series. And if you are very careless in identifying that, you will surely think that this is a discrete series because there are two set of items. Remember the meaning of x and f. Serial number is just a set of numbers that is given for arranging certain numerical expression in a certain order. That is, for that purpose only serial number is given. Serial number is not the event in this case because the question specifically says that find the median age. So age is the event. So age is already event. Event means x. Next means f. F means number of occurrence. Serial number will not be coming under that category because serial number is just an arrangement. It doesn't mean that it is f. So this question is again an individual series. So whenever you are dealing with an individual series, what is the most important step? You need to arrange the numbers given in the series in any of the order, either ascending order or descending order. To my opinion, try to use ascending order. That is, from smaller values you go on put together or from smaller value to the higher value in that scale. The example just we have followed in the first case. So try to find the answer. In this case, the answer was 13.5. Try to find whether you are getting 13.5 or not. So let us try another case. Find the average number of persons per house using median. First one, persons per house is given. And next one, number of houses. Here also a slight confusion may arise because it is almost similar to the first question where serial number like something is given and number of houses is given. Please be very careful while dealing with individual series as well as discrete series because in the examinations the university will try to deceive your idea regarding the computation part. So you have to be very cautious. And regarding this one, whether it is individual series or a continuous series, you have to think that in the question it is said that average number of persons per house using the median. So here it is given 1, 2, 3. It is not the serial number, it is a number of persons. In the first house, in first case, there will be 1 person per house. It can be possible 2 persons per house, 3 persons per house. And regarding house, there are 120 houses that consist only 3 persons. See, so the event in this situation is number of persons per house, and the number of times the event occur is represented by number of house because 3 means there are 120 houses having the number of persons is the same. So remember, this is a discrete series case, not an individual series method. You have to be very cautious while dealing with identifying or computing individual as well as discrete series. You have to be very cautious regarding identifying these two different categories. So remember the important first step. You need not have to arrange it because you have to rearrange the items only in individual series. You need not have to follow any chronological arrangement or ascending order or descending order in case of a discrete as well as continuous series. You can directly use your methods in case of discrete as well as continuous series. You need not have to go for any methods. So this is a discrete series. From discrete series we will be dealing some extra steps because in the theoretical part we have discussed that areas, but still you will get a clear picture only once we have dealt this problem. So regarding the discrete series, how we are going to deal with. So let us draw the table. and we know that first one table represents X means persons per house. Here 1 to 9 in the scale is given, so we have written the first column. Next one, number of houses that include the basis of the persons, and it is also been noted as the detail given, just like the details given in the question. So you have wrote or written down two items or the details given in the question. From next point onwards, you have to be very cautious. For a median situation where you are preparing a discrete series, once you are written down X as well as F, the next thing is CF. CF means cumulative frequency. That is, CF means cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means frequency is getting added up each and every point at a time. So if you go through the table, you will understand. First one, we will begin with 26, just like the number that is shown in the first item in the frequency column. We will write down 26. After that, remember, the second means cumulative frequency means if you add the particular frequency along with the previous item, you will get the cumulative frequency of particular item. Here for 113, there is another item 26 preceding. So if we add together these two numbers, you will get 139. And regarding third one, here it is 259. How did you got? You just add together all these numbers, 26 plus 113 plus 120. Don't go for 95 because we have came only at this point. So just add together all the numbers preceding the corresponding frequencies. So 259. Another method for finding 259 is 139 means adding together these two numbers. So just add 139 with 120, you will get 259. Any way you like. I hope you all know this term because you have learned this thing in the younger classes. For the time being, just I am explaining only. Next one, 354. 354 is you just add together all the numbers within this frequency. All together means in the point where the frequency and its predecessor is shown in the column. Here 354 is written in the point where 95 is standing, and all those numbers preceding 95 along with 95 has to be added. So if you add together 26, 113, 120 and 95, you will get 354. Next one, 60. For 60, the cumulative frequency is 4414. How did you go through 414? You have added together all the preceding numbers along with 60. 26 plus 113 plus 120 plus 95 plus 60, you will get 414. And next one, 456. If you add together all these numbers along with 42, you will get 456. Next one, 477 means if you add together all these numbers preceding 21 along with the 21, you will get 477. Remember, you need to add this number along with all the numbers preceding the numbers within this frequency column. Here cumulative frequencies, as the name suggests, cumulative frequency is prepared on the basis of frequency given in the question. So it is very important to identify what is X and what is F given in the question. And finally, it is 491. 491 is adding together 14 along with all the numbers preceding this frequency. And finally, it is 545. 545 is obtained by adding together all these frequencies, you will get 545. If your computation is right, then the total of frequency and the last line in the cumulative frequency will be equal. See, here it is 545, here it is also 545. So this is how you have to prepare a cumulative frequency. Even though we have discussed in detail the theoretical aspect, just now you might have get the clear picture about preparation of cumulative frequencies as well as how to deal with discrete series. And we haven't completed the discrete computation part. Once you have prepared the cumulative frequencies, you need to use the equation median equal to n plus 1 by 2. Remember, we just previously as used an equation m equal to n plus 1 by 2. If you go look closely, you can see that here it is small n, here it is capital N. Small n represents number of items. whereas capital N represents total of frequency. We have learned that in the case of arithmetic mean. I hope you remember that. So N here it is 545. So 545 plus 1 divided by 2, you will get 546 divided by 2, you got 273. Once you go 273, it is not the answer. Now you have to go through the numbers given in the CF. You have to make sure in which number or under which number 273 come. In the first one is 26. It is clearly visible that 273 never comes under 26. Next item 139. It is also clear that 273 will never come under 130. You need to make sure whether the number which you have found using this equation comes under any of these individual values. Next one 259. If you go through, you can see that 259 is much smaller than this number. So this 273 will never ever come under 259. So we have to go for the next value. Next one 354. It is sure that 354 is a bigger value and 273 can easily come under 354. So this is the CF value, and now you can to make sure what is the number that is present in that particular row. You can see that 354, this row is cornered to the point where the number of persons is 4. So the answer of this particular question is 4. Because in the question it was asked how many number of persons will be there in a house if you are using a median. So in an average means in a 50-50 chance, an average number or majority of the houses will be having a number of persons of at least 4. So this is how you have to deal with preparation of median. And this is a discrete case. I hope you understand the concept. This is why we are preparing cumulative frequency. In order to identify under which number the category comes. Category means this answer comes and you have to select that particular number. Here it is 354. 354 is not the answer. You have to go for the column in which X stands. Here the number of persons represents X. 354 is in the row where 4 comes. So 4 will be the answer. This is how you have to deal with a question where discrete series is given. I hope you understand the concept. Let us discuss some other cases. Next one, find the median from the following series. It is a class and the frequency is given. So it is quite easy to find. So let us deal with how to deal with a median situation where a class series is given. So once you have come across a median situation of class event, try to write down these informations in a table just like this. So just go through the question 10 to 20, 20, 40, 40, 70, 70, 120 and 120, 140 and corresponding frequency is also given. It is quite easy question. Remember the items. I am just going to directly substitute the same in the table. See, from this table onward we will be discussing on the basis of information given in this table. This is a class that is given in the question. It begins with 10 and ends with 140. And the frequency is also given in the question 4, 10, 26, 8, 2. And here 50 represents the total of f. Whenever you are dealing with a question where f comes, you need to take the total of f. Because if the question having x, we will be using an equation having capital N. Capital N means total of f. That is why we are preparing likewise. So once you have prepared the table on the basis of details given in the question, next you have to prepare CF. We all know what is meant by CF. Previously we discussed that part. The computation and pattern of preparing CF is almost similar to the method which we have dealt with previously in the case of a discrete series. Likewise, you need to prepare a CF. I hope you know how to prepare a CF. CF is prepared same way which we have discussed now. Here first number is 4. The first numbers will be the same for F as well as CF. Because from next numbers onwards only we will be adding together all these numbers. That is why it is called cumulative frequency. Cumulative means you are adding each item at one at a time. So here first one 4. Next one 4 plus 10 14. Next one 4, 10, 26. If you are adding these three numbers, you will get 40. Next one, if you add all these numbers, you will get 48. An easy method for finding the 48 way, instead of adding all these numbers, just try to add 40 plus 8, you will get 48. Because 40 is obtained by adding together all the above items. So why can't we take this number directly? It's up to your discretion. You can follow any method likewise. So 48 and finally 2. If you add together all these numbers, you will get 50. In easy method is 48 plus 2, 50. If your computations and methods are correct, the total of CF, that is here it is 50, and the total of frequency will also be the same. This is how you have to prepare a median case relating to a continuous series. So once you have prepared the CF, next means you have to use the equation n by 2. Remember, in a continuous series, you have to, first of all, you need to prepare CF, then you have to use the equation n by 2. Remember, in discrete series, it was n plus 1, here it is n by 2. So, okay, n means, capital N means, we all know it is the total of frequency. Here total of frequency is 50. So, 50 divided by 2, you will get 25. And remember, the steps are almost similar to the method we have followed in discrete series. Now, you have to look for the CF where 25 comes. 4 is a small number, 25 will never ever come under 4. Next is 14. 14 also a small number, it will never come under 40. And next is 40. Our answer or the value was 25, so the 25 can easily comes under 40 because 40 is a bigger number. So 40 comes in a row where the class is having 40 and 70. So you may think that whenever class comes, you may have to take the mid value. No, never. You don't have to take a mid value because we have developed a perfect equation for dealing with median situation when the series is a continuous series. You just need to identify the which class which we are going to study. So we got 25 and 25 comes under 40 and we can say that the median class is 40 and 70. That is not the right answer or the exact answer now. In the previous class we learned that in order to use or find a median in case of a continuous series, you have to use a particular equation like this. And in order to use this equation, you need to identify the particular class in which the certain median value comes. So here we have selected that 25 may come under 40. So the class will be 40 minus 70. So this is how you have to identify the class. Once you identify the class, you just substitute the values on the base of that particular class in the given equation. See, previously we have dealt the equation L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into C. It is the most easiest equation. L1 means L1 represents lowest value. What was the class? The class was 40 and 70. Which one is the lowest value? It is 40. So 40 plus n by 2. We have dealt the same equation here, n by 2. It is the same value, 50 by 2 minus CF means number preceding that CF in which the class stands. That is the 40 and 70. The CF in that particular row, is 40. You need to take the number preceding that particular CF. Here the number is, the class was 40 and 70. It is computed on the base of this 40. So the number preceding the 40 is 14. So CF represents the number preceding the selected value in the CF. We will substitute the same in the equation, then you will get a clear picture. And regarding F means the frequency in which the particular class stands. Here in 40 and 70 stands in a row where the frequency is 26. So just substitute these details in the equation and you will get the value. Let us see how we are going to substitute. See, our class was 40 and 70, so L1 represents the smallest number in that class. Here it is 40, so we will begin with 40 plus n by 2. We have dealt the same in the beginning, 50 by 2, let it be like that, minus CF. Remember, most of the students will write this 40 as CF. Remember, we never ever take the particular number from that CF. You need to take the number preceding the CF. See, preceding the CF means we found that 40, the number within this CF 40 was the number. On the basis of that 40 only, we have selected 40 and 70. But while substituting the value as CF, you need to select the number preceding the number which you have added. Because for computation purpose, in median, we can't have negative number. So if you take 40 here, your answer will be negative. So we are taking always a number preceding to the particular CF. So that is why here it is 14. 14 divided by F. F is the frequency in which that particular class stands. Here 40 and 70 was the class. So the frequency in that particular line is 26. So 26 is written into C. We all know what is meant by C. C is the gap of that particular class. Particular class gap means the class was 40 to 60. So the gap between 40 and 70 is 30. That is why 30 is written. So once you substitute all the numbers within the equation, you just need to solve. So you will get an answer 52.69. Remember, you may think that 52.69 is not a number given in the question because the question details was related to a class. But median helps in identifying approximate value relating to particular series given in the question. So this is how you have to deal with a question where a class series or a class is given. So I hope you understand another method. So let us discuss another case. Find the median. Mass is given. And see, you can see that it is in order, but it is in descending order. So, because it begins with 60 and 69 class to going towards smaller class. You need not have to worry about the issue. Next one. Number of students. Number of students means out of 60 to 69 marks, there are 13 students has secured the marks between 60 to 69. So, how we are going to deal with? First of all, it is easy to arrange the details in ascending order. Ascending order means smaller numbers from the left to the bigger numbers to the right, as we have dealt earlier. And in this case, there are two types of issues. You need to arrange this information in ascending order because it is descending order is case is given. And regarding the class, you need to go through the numbers given in the question. See, in the beginning, it was in the class given is suggested was 60 to 69. After that, it is written 50 to 59. In a continuous series, as the name suggests, there must be a continuous flow of numbers that is shown in the series. Like if it is 60 and 70 in here, you have to write it as 50 and 60. The n value of one class will be the open value of another class. So it has to be continuous. So whenever you come across such classes means where the series is not in continuous order, you need to do a mathematical step. First of all, you need to arrange it is in ascending order. So the 10 to 90 will be first. After that 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Likewise, I hope you understand. Once you arrange the series in certain order, you need to make some changes in the class just like this. See, First one, 9.5 to 19.5. See, if you can see that here it is 10 minus 19. 10 minus 19 10 to 19. Then how come it is 9.5 and 19.5? Whenever the series you are dealing with is not in continuous order, you have to follow this example, because if you take one class, you need to deduct zero point 0.5 with the number or the lower value in the particular class, and you need to add zero point 0.5 to the higher value in that particular class. So here it is 10 minus 19, sorry 10 to 19, so 10 minus 1 will be 9.5, and 19 minus 19 plus 0.5 will be 19.5. This is how you have to rearrange and correct the series given in the question. If it is not in continuous order, you need to arrange it accordingly. Next one, here it is 20 to 29. So you have to deduct 0.5 from the first number, that is 20 minus 0.5, it will be 19.5. And in the higher value or the end of the class will be 29. So you need to add 0.5 to the end value. Here it is 29.5. So this is how you have to arrange a series if it is, even though it is in a continuous class pattern, if it is not in the continuous flow method. And one of the trick regarding or behind this is that even if you are not making arrangement like this, you will get the value almost equal to the actual answer, but it is safe to arrange the class in this particular order. So, and the number of students, there is no issue regarding the number of students. The class will be the same and the numbers also will be the same. The only difference is you just deducted 0.5 from the lower value and you just added back or added 0.5 to the higher value. This is how you have to extract the details on the basis of values given in the question. So once you have created the actual marks class and the number of students order, just substitute the same in the table like this. First of all, marks is written, see we have written the marks as per this order, see 19.5, 19.5 and likewise. I hope you understand how to create the class like this. Next one, the frequency given in the question as per the details given 12, 19, 20, 21, 15 and 13. We just substituted all these and it is almost similar to the steps which we have followed in case of discrete series. Next one, you need to prepare a cumulative frequency table and it is very easy. First one 12, next one for 12 plus 19 31 and 31 plus 20 51. 51 plus 21 72, 72 plus 15 87 and finally 87 to 13 15. And if you add together frequencies, you will get the same number which you have got in the last line of the cumulative frequency. So next one, you need to use the equation n by 2. Remember, n by 2 has to be used. Here it is 100, so 100 divided by 2, it will be 50. And make sure where the 50 comes in the CF. Here first one line is 12, 12 is a smaller number, it doesn't cover 50. Next one 31, 31 is a smaller number, it doesn't cover 50. And next one 51, yes exactly, 50 will comes under 51 because only after 50 only 51 comes. So here you have to look for the value greater than the value which you have found, but at the same time you need to able to bring this value under this value shown in the cumulative frequency table. So as per the details given, we got 50, here it is 51, we can say that 50 comes under this value. So you have to go through this row given in the case. Here the class will be 29.5 and 39.5. So once you acquire the class of the particular case, you just need to substitute the same in the equation. The equation is L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into C. I hope you know this equation. You just substitute the details the given. Here L1, here the class you selected was 29.5 and 39.5. So the lowest number is 29.5 plus n by 2 we have already done, it is 50. 100 divided by 2 it will be 50 minus CF. CF I hope you remember the class was 29.39.5 and the frequency in that particular row was 51, you need to select the number preceding that selected value. That is, here the select preceding value is 31. Now CF is 31 divided by F. F is it's an easy method. F is just the frequency value in that particular row. Here the class was 29.2, 39.5. The frequency of that particular class is 20. So that frequency is recorded here. Into C means the gap between these numbers. If you go through the computation part, 29.5 minus 39.5, it will be the specific value. That is 10. Here it is 10. So if you solve this equation, you will get the answer 39. So this is how you have to prepare a continuous series case accordingly, so that you can substitute the same details in the corresponding equation. So whenever you are come across a question scenario or a question case like this, first of all you need to identify whether it comes under individual series or a discrete series or a continuous series, and accordingly you need to use the various steps that has to be followed while finding the value of a median in case of these three series. And apart from that, you need to find out all the other cases or example that comes under the scenario of a median. Try to do as many problems as you can. Even though you have learned these steps or methods in the smaller classes, you need to brush up these details and try to find various examples and cases. So that's all for today. We will be discussing about the further cases in the coming session. Thank you.